When you think of exciting travel destinations, Uzbekistan might not be the first place that comes to mind, or even the second for that matter. But after spending 1 month in this wonderfully beautiful place, I am here to change that perception. Join us as we kick off our Uzbekistan travel series with a visit to the captivating capital, Tashkent. And here's a little teaser. The journey only gets more fun the deeper we explore this country. Let's do it. Hello and welcome back to the channel. Hope you are doing very well today. We are in Tashkent, the capital of Uzbekistan, and we cannot wait to explore the city here today. This is our first time in Uzbekistan, and to be honest, it's our first time in Central Asia, so it's a big change. We just arrived here yesterday from Delhi, India, and so far already you can tell it's a huge difference, it's a huge change. But we're really excited to dive in and see what it's like here. If you enjoyed the video, do subscribe to the channel, give it a like, let us know what you think in the comments, and come along for the journey with us.
A Russian lesson for you, James.
Yes, a Russian lesson today, because they do speak Russian here as well as Uzbek. Obviously being formerly part of the Soviet Union, Russian is basically everywhere, to be honest. So, okay, Lupe, you're up. Let's see what you can teach me here today.
Okay. Spasiba.
Spasiba.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good one to have.
Vygovorite по-русски.
Vygovorite по-русски.
Do you speak Russian?
Not really, but I'm trying.
The answer. Я не говорю по-русски.
Jani Vygovorite по-русски. Yes?
I don't speak Russian.
I do not speak, I definitely don't speak Russian. Not yet anyway. For the next month we're going to try our best. Every single car here is white, black or grey. There's not much colour in the automobile side of things, but it's just one of the first observations that Lupe had here. And yeah, it stands out a lot, to be fair. We did see as well yesterday a Lada, one of the old style Soviet cars.
There's one, there's one.
Oh, there's one there. Yeah, literally it looks like we're in 1960s Soviet Union. First impression as well, it looks like a modern European capital. It's bustling, there's people everywhere, the bus system works very well. It's really an absolute hive of activity, and I can't wait to get stuck in. Resembles a lot of what we're used to seeing back at home, and wasn't expecting that. It is the middle of August, and right now it's just hovering around 30 degrees. It's really nice. It's not the humid heat that will follow you everywhere you go. If you find a little bit of shade, you can kind of get away from it, which is nice. So Tashkent actually played a key role in World War II. It was on the side of the Soviet Union, and it would have been a big part of the transportation hub between the two regions. It also would have hosted a large number of evacuees and refugees here as well. This also adds to the whole fact, if you think about the melting pot that Central Asia is, just there's so many diverse cultures here, different people from ethnic groups all over the world. There's very clearly a really nice blend of Slavics, Asiatic people here as well. And it's so interesting. I can't wait to get to speak to them, learn a bit of the language, just kind of immerse ourselves in the culture here, because it's so new to us. And they have PlayStation in Tashkent. I love a game of FIFA. So in terms of cost, last night we had our dinner and a couple of drinks in a cafe close to the hotel. Worked out at about €13. We had 2 drinks. Lupe had a nice Caesar salad sandwich, and I had an amazing chicken Kiev. So we feel it was very good value, very filling and very tasty. And our hotel very kindly, just about an hour ago, they gifted us one of the national dishes here in Uzbekistan. Lupe, what was that called again? We don't know. Basically it was like a soup with meatballs that were covered in like a, how would you say, like a dumpling. It was really tasty. Lupe just pointed out there that it is literally the first time in 4 months that we crossed the road at the time you're meant to cross the road. The traffic stopped at the light went green, and we walked across. In Thailand, Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia and India, if you've been there before, you'll know what I mean. Coming up to an area now with plenty of shops. Looks like a very kind of upper class part of the city, and lots of apartments up on top. It looks like there's no shortage of money here, but maybe that's just the region we're in the city at the moment. We're going to obviously dive in much deeper, so we'll get a real feel for what the city of Tashkent is like. So it's mad to think as well, in 1966 Tashkent was devastated by an earthquake, and much of the infrastructure, buildings, all that was destroyed. After the earthquake, many of the historic buildings were replaced by the Soviet-style architecture, so you can really see the influence there as well. I'm a real foodie and I am desperate to try the milk of mare here. It's meant to be one of the famous things to do, and it's going to be tasty, I'm sure. Like, this city, it's not small. There's 2 million people here in Tashkent. It was made capital obviously in 1991 when the Soviet Union collapsed. So now we're going to go to the metro. It was about 1.5 miles from our hotel. Uzbekistan is meant to be famous for its metro system, lots of colour, so really looking forward to getting in, taking a ride into the very centre of the city. We're going to go to Amur Timur Square, the great conqueror of the 12th to 13th century. It's going to be very cool. It's one of the main attractions here in the city, so let's do it. It was really nice there. An English student named Alexander basically brought us through the whole process of getting on the metro, getting the ticket, and told us where we need to go to Amur Timur Square. So thank you so much, Alexander. So we're on the metro here now. It's very bouncy, to be fair. We must really be walking around like headless chickens because another guy just directed us up onto the street to where we're meant to go. So people so far in Tashkent, 100% helping us out here today. So that was a very efficient metro ride. Luckily the train wasn't overly packed, so very comfortable. Very loud but very comfortable. So we're after stumbling in now to one of Tashkent's many green areas. It's really beautiful here, well maintained. And swear to God, there's not a bit of rubbish down. You know, when you go to some other cities, the main parks, the main attractions, you always see a little bit of litter. But here, there's not a thing. Very handy as well, electric scooters here, a great way to navigate around cities. But even here in Tashkent, they are modern, they're up with the times. Hello? Anybody in there? We're gonna have a little coffee break here in this very cute little park coffee shop. We're going to sit down in the shade and just relax for a little bit. Not bad at all in fairness. And I keep saying to Lupe, so far it's reminding me a lot of our time in Riga, Latvia. There's a lot of similarities that I can see, the way the buildings are done, the structure, some of the architecture, and just the general vibe about the place. So as far away as Riga, Latvia is to Tashkent, there are a lot of similarities and a lot of similar vibes going on. So for one latte and a lemonade, it came to 60,000 som, which works out at about €4.50. So considering the setting here, very beautiful, that's a good price. Look at this. Here we have one of the Uzbek salads. It looks very tasty. Some peas on the top and yeah, a nice kind of maybe a mayonnaise cream. So really looking forward to getting into this. Yum yum. That's amazing. It's very tasty. It's soft with a little bit of crunch and it has egg in it as well, peas. I really shouldn't be speaking with my mouth full, but it's very nice. So here we have Rastavar, another traditional Uzbek soup, and it looks really tasty. We also got a little side of yogurt as well. Obviously the salad is here as well. So this is a really nice soup, plenty of vegetables, garlic, rice, carrot, onion, all that sort of thing. And the yogurt complements it very well. Uzbekistan cuisine is going really tasty so far. Love trying new food and this is absolutely tasty as anything I've had before. What you do as well, you mix in the yogurt and it becomes a little bit more creamy as well. Really tasty, and chunks of meat in there as well just to give it that extra bit of flavour. High quality stuff, my friends, high quality stuff. Lupe doing her favourite pastime, eating a good soup. An amazing hearty lunch there. Highly recommend going into that restaurant. I'll put the name up here. And basically it costs us 78,000 som, which works out at about €5.60. Hello, nice to meet you. Very hearty, filling lunch, and we're good to go again for another while. In terms of transport, we're after seeing a good few bicycle lanes and electric scooters flying past us, so it seems to be a popular way to navigate the city here as well. I think using the taxi as well is going to be very cheap. We got from Tashkent airport to the door of our hotel for a little under €5, so I think navigating this city is going to be pretty easy and pretty affordable. plenty more people coming to the park here now. It's a really beautiful place to come, chill out with friends, sit down, take a break, and yeah, just kind of be in nature for a little bit. When you're in a big city, it's so good to have a nice park, and Tashkent is full of them. So this is very, very cool. We're after stumbling across Hotel Uzbekistan, one of the more famous hotels here in the city, and it really epitomizes the Soviet architecture, and it's very, very cool. So there you have it, pretty epic in fairness. Oh, look at that. We're going to go into Hotel Uzbekistan, or at least try. We don't know what they're going to say. The worst they can do is say no, you're not allowed in. We want to go in, just see what it's like. It looks like an epic building and worth exploring in my view. So yeah, we were allowed to come in here, no issue at all. We asked we make a little bit of a video as well. The hotel here is beautiful. It must be a great place to come and stay when you're in Tashkent. So the staff were very friendly. It's a good sign and it looks really nice. So amazing. The staff have just notified us that we can go up onto the very top of the building. It's meant to be an amazing view of the entire city. We're going to get some great shots up there, I think. So really looking forward to seeing what the views are like. Amazing views from up here. You can see the whole city, very nice, and you can see just how green it is by looking out there. Great city to be in. So that right down there is Amur Timur Square. That's where we want to go, and what a view we have on our first day here in Tashkent. So amazing views here. Lupe is just basically saying, rather than the buildings and skyscrapers dominating the skyline, it's the green parks, the green area, the trees, and it's really beautiful. I can't remember seeing a city quite as green as this before, to be honest, so it really is a breath of fresh air. 17 stories up, and you have a 360 view of the entire city, and it's a great way to take it in. Spectacular. So if you can, maybe stay in Hotel Uzbekistan and you'll have great views. To see many more tourists around this area. For the first day and a half we didn't see any, really, to be fair, but yeah, this area definitely more. We just saw one of the buses where you can do like the hop on hop off tour. We're definitely going to take advantage of that. Normally it's free and it's a great way to see the city, and if it's not free it's for a very little fee. Just outside the Palace of International Forums here now. Again, it's a huge building and quite an impressive architecture on the front. All these pillars going up, they must be probably 20-25 meters high, and it's kind of in your face. It's quite clean. It looks like a white marble. I don't know what it is made of, but there's massive brown doors there as well. It's epic. We're coming up to Tashkent Chimes now, another famous site here in the city, and it's a great place to come, and it looks quite cool, quite fancy, a little fancy chime tower. I like it. Impressed with the maintenance here. Everything is so clean and so green. There's no real other colour apart from the green. Like normally you might see different plants growing, different flowers to add a bit, but no, like it's all green. We were looking around for ages and we couldn't see any way to cross to the park itself. Typical, it has some of these underground paths that you can take, dodge all the traffic, very safe. So happy days. Very popular attraction for tourists like us and even the locals here. If you kind of look down along the way, you can see all these families, grandparents with their grandkids sitting out, chilling out, taking time, and it's exactly what we're doing here now, and it's a really nice atmosphere. Beautiful place to be. The square here is also surrounded by some of the city's most popular landmarks. Now obviously this park is named after Timur, the 14th century Turco-Mongol ruler, where is lit up with different lights, and it gives a really nice kind of carnival atmosphere. The statue itself is really impressive. It's made of bronze and wood, and it's said to be the largest equestrian statue in the whole world. So Timur is a direct descendant of Akbar, Shah Jahan, and all those other figures we came across in our time in India. I believe he's a great grandfather. So it's really cool to see how much these significant figures have influenced the region over hundreds of years. So again, a really nice experience there. We just had a local guy. He lived in a village 500 kilometers away from Tashkent, but he works here now as an electrician, and he wanted to do a little bit of an English lesson. So we spent 5 minutes chatting away to him. Really nice guy. So it's proven here that the people in Tashkent and Uzbekistan are so nice so far. And yeah, look, we're very happy we came here, and I'm sure we're going to have plenty more nice experiences with the people, because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. It's all about meeting new people from different places in the world. Just beside the park here is the State Museum of the Timurids. I think at this stage in the day it's about 6 p.m, so I think it's a little bit late to go in now, but we're definitely going to explore it tomorrow or the next day. So it's a beautiful building, big blue dome on the top, and again, many beautiful fountains. So again, like I've just been saying this whole video, this city is beautiful. It's so well maintained and looks like there's so much to do. They even have a little coffee shop here with a Starbucks sign. There you see it. They even have Starbucks in Tashkent. So we're in now into Kashgar Park, another beautiful green area with a path that you can walk the whole way down. It's full of these stalls and coffee shops where you can eat, get snacks, different things like that. And you can probably see above me plenty of lights that will light up at night, so very good. Now we're going to have some Uzbek ice cream here in the park, and I'm sure it's going to be really nice. It's very warm still, and it's like 6:30 in the evening. So what else would you be doing on a nice Saturday, getting some ice cream in this beautiful park? Happy days. Look at that, beautiful. Happy, Lupe?
Very happy.
Can't wait for this. Dying for a bit of ice cream. We got our ice cream. It's 17,000 som, which works out at about a little over €1, and that's a good deal, especially when you like ice cream as much as me. We're here now with some very friendly Uzbek people. We're doing an English lesson here in the beautiful park. Nice to meet you all. And one of my favourite things to do, of course, is finding all these amazing bookshops. All the major titles are here. Maybe we'll get one. This place is full of the electric scooters and bikes. Such a great way to get around this class city. It's so interesting. Samarkand, no? How much? How much? How much?
30,000 so.
30,000 for how long?
30 minutes.
30 minutes?
Yes.
And for full day? One day?
One day, $70.
$70
For one day.
for one day. Okay. So look, $70 for the whole day on one of the electric bikes. To be honest, a bit expensive. Even in Europe, you can get them pretty much for the whole day for something like 15, 20 euro. Bit of a mad price, but look, if you're here, you want to zip around this city, this is the way to do it. So that's it. That's our first full day in Tashkent, and the first impression is very, very positive, I have to say. Again, it's ticking all the boxes here that makes the travel experience good and memorable. People are friendly, the food is tasty, and there's a lot of sights to do. They really take care of their outdoor parks here, the green areas. They're very clean. There's a lot of history here as well. So we cannot wait to dive in deeper over the next few days and see what really this city has to offer. And I am really looking forward to it. So far, so good. And I hope you will come along and watch all the videos we're going to make, because there's plenty more coming. We're going to be going to Samarkand, Bukhara and Khiva. We're going to be getting the train to all these cities and doing content on all of them, so really exciting. Just before you go, if you can subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, so that way in the future, whenever we upload a video, you'll be notified and you can come on the journey with us. Thanks very much, and we look forward to seeing you very, very soon. Cheers.